Is that chat not working? You all right? Tagging, there he is, buddy. Lewitt. How's it going, man? What you doing? So I have a week. I can't spend any more than a week on this, so this thing has to be done. And the background is kind of there. I might have to touch it up some. It's not as good as I want it to be, but I'm doing great, man. How are you doing? Let me make sure this is good. Yeah, that's the setting. That's the right setting. There you go. Let me turn this music up just a little bit. Just a little. How are you doing? I set this to dry outside because otherwise I would not finish this. This has been a very quick painting for this type of work. What's up, old man? Good point. What's she doing? What's she doing?
Drink off.
He's been funny today. Let's go with this. Beach. Let's get this. Let's do it. What happened? You all right? He says, yeah, he thinks. Old man's doing good, man. I woke him up this morning and he was laying in bed. I turned the light on and he says, ah, shit. I was getting him out and he got upset and he's like, you're not worth a shit, is what he said. He's been very articulate today. It was very encouraging, actually. Dude, what happened last week? Modifying these colors, by the way. So this is, you know how this goes. You see these colors here? Those were these colors here, but I want to go for the suit, so I'm obviously going to modify them just a little bit. It might be prudent actually to keep some of these colors. And I can modify them very easily because I'm still going to have to work around the edges and such. Oh, dude, I am sorry. That sucks. So your grandmother died? Were you close to her? That's rough. My dad's mom died about when I was your age. It's not fun at all. Not fun. This is no shit. Old goat. Give him some food in a second. Yeah, good. That's a good attitude. I like that. That's a good attitude. Yeah. So I have the camera set up this way because this is vertical, it's not horizontal, and then it left two of these spaces on either side, as we can see, 1 and then 2. And I filled them with retarded pictures of myself. So they're actually thumbnails for something else. Just got white. And we'll get started with the painting. Is that Hammy? Hammy, what's up? How are you? Oh yeah, they're not fun, man. I hate funerals. I hate that stuff so much. to be honest with you, for me, I'm content as long as they just throw my body into a hole and just walk away. Oh, dude. Yeah, they're not fun. They're not fun. Dad was, I remember going up for his mom's funeral. Fortunately, I wasn't there for his dad's. I wasn't born. But apparently that was very sad. Yeah, it's not fun. Death is not cool, man. Not cool. Not cool. It's probably okay. All right. God, I hope I get it. I hope I get it. Let's see, let's go. See, this is dry now. That's why I wanted it dry, so I can use that as a support. That's pretty close. I might green it out just a slight bit. Put a little bit too much red in. See, the thing is, I don't think y'all can really tell the subtlety of the colors that I'm putting in here, but for my eye, that's because of the camera. It's not anything that has to do with y'all. It's the camera. It doesn't pick up everything. I always look, and it's hard to calibrate everything perfectly. You have the camera settings, and you have the computer setting, how it looks on my computer as opposed to somebody else's screen. There's too many variables. And then the fact that I don't know what the hell I'm doing half the time with the technology I'm using. It's not like you can just get a screen capture. It is what it is, right? This is from real life. Which tag in. Doing paintings we both do not really want to do. Actually, this one is, like I said, is more bearable for me because this is my uncle. So I like this. And I'm at the part of the painting which I do kind of enjoy doing. I just don't like going off photographs. That's the only thing. But you got to do what you got to do sometimes with this. And you can still make it good if you use your head and think about what you're doing. And so... Well, what do you mean emotionally weak? I can see that. How do you think they should be? What happened? Talk to me here. That's better. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of white. Oh, I know what you meant. I know what you meant. Look. You speak excellent English. Whereas me, I don't speak any of your language at all. So, man. So I can't really say. Really quick side note, as you know, all these little details that I'm doing right here, I'm actually looking at this whole thing as I'm doing them. I'm talking about how light it is. I'm looking at all of this, and I'm also thinking I want to push it just a little bit without making it look made up. You don't want to make it look made up. This is about as light as you want to get right here. So far, something like that. That in itself might be slightly too light. I shouldn't laugh. Who? That's actually very sad. What happened? They tried to get in the grave. I shouldn't laugh, but that is a little funny. Go on, Tegan. What happened next? What's that, old goat? What are you saying? Who was it? People stopped her. Was she elderly? Old man thinking, what the hell? What the hell? What's she doing? Gotcha, boy. Let me give him a little something. A little something to eat. Look at this. All right, the goal today, I'm going to try to have the... I'm going to try to have the suit. If I can get most of the suit done, how about that? Which scene which... This must be his. Yeah, it's sad. That stuff is sad. That's why I shouldn't be laughing, but if I... That's sad. Try to get in.
What?
Here, boy.
What?
Want to eat? Eat?
Eat.
Yeah, eat. Yeah, I got this. There we go. Oh, yeah. That's not fun. There's a lot of things that I wish I could unsee. Wish I had that ability. A lot of things. Unremember, unsee. All right. Start working both values in at the same time. Start using my head. Are you kidding me, Hammy? Just now? Are you serious? I'm assuming you have your phone, you can call for help. You gonna do that? Are you like, you think it's really broken? Lewis, I love how you're calling me Lewis. I shouldn't have laughed. But tagging, you know this about me. I'm extremely immature. Part of it, though, has to do... Oh, that is horrible. Why did I do that? All right, I need to start thinking. Part of it has to do also with, I know you, and you always seem to be in these situations that are just like absolutely insane. They're just crazy situations. Take this down. Did you hear a pop? Did you do you think anything broke? Sometimes, because sometimes breaks are better than sprains. That's what I'm saying. I actually had, well, you know what? I'm not going to tell you right now because it's not what you want to hear. That didn't help either, but. Stupid. This is your first time at a funeral and somebody alive tries to get in the grave. I know. I've never seen that. That I don't think is normal. Now, I haven't been to a lot of funerals. But, I mean, that can't be normal. That can't be normal. Good? You like that? Amy, I'm sorry that happened to you. That's not cool. So you're starting to think about your own mortality, is that what you're saying? Hammy, of course you have. Something's always happening to you. Alright. Boy. Oh man. Yeah, I don't. That stuff. Miz, what's up, man? Yeah, corrupt. Very corrupt. What's up, buddy? What you doing, buddy? Buying pizza. All right, man. Death humbles you. It makes you thankful that you are breathing. See? Very wise, man, thinking of that at that age. I tell you. You know. They too, you know, seeing Dad, you know, because he actually still, like I said, he's very strong, but he used to be very, very strong. And, you know, way stronger than I was. And it's just like things change, man. Things freaking change. Buying pizza. Miz. I'm gonna work down here a little bit more. That's what I'm gonna do is work down here just a little bit more. There. Laura, ciao. All right. Zero Lord Tagian. Lord Tagian. That's a good name for you too, Lord Tagian. I'll start calling you Lord Tagian. Laura, Tagian was talking about a funeral he went to. It was his first one, and there was some lady who tried to jump in the casket, and it scarred him. That stuff, man, this stuff always happens to you. Hey, is your studio done yet, Laura? Is that all set up? So everyone knows SPM. Yeah. I've been defeating all our enemies and causing a general ruckus. We're actually... Essentially, we're trolling the hell out of people. I've seen shit people my age don't say it. Yeah, tag in. I was like you at your age. Very similar. You were better at art, though. Way better. So you have, like, a better understanding of it. I got that understanding later, but you have a solid start with that, but I hear you. Our rewards are having them respond to our stupid shit and keeping our post alive. They do it to themselves. I wouldn't be talking, you wouldn't be talking if they didn't respond. I'm just saying. It is... we are, and I would say it's good for the game. It's good for the game. And last night was a lot of fun. We did that. Those were some fun runs last night. What the hell am I doing? Going with some darks. Where this looks a little bit awkward. I have a plan. I've got a plan. How comes into that? So just a little bit. That's it. I know it doesn't look like I have a plan. I am aware of this, but I do have a plan. Oh, it's fun, man. It is fun. It is so entertaining. All of it's so entertaining. You got back from Romania, getting back into the swing of things and planning to do some work in an outdoor studio soon while the weather's still warm. I can't roll my R's with that. Warm. Can't say that. Did you enjoy your trip? That is a great question. Actually, cool this off some. You all right, old man? What are you doing? Trying to get up? You trying to get up? I can get you up if you want. My youthful soul has been scarred by the brutality of my... That's really funny. So it was a pretty nice meeting with my mom. 91 years old. Grandma. Oh, your grandma is 91. And aunt and uncle. I also hung out with my cousins one day. Fleet. She thinks she broke her ankle just now, literally just now. That's how she's doing. She's not doing well. of that. That comes in. Balls, man. Stuff. Who talks that way? It's really funny. I hear you, man. Ah, but he who tastes bitterness can all the more taste the sweetness of life. That does not go over as far as I just had it. In fact, that whole thing doesn't. Fuck. This is what happens when you piecemeal. An angry hammy. Yeah, things have been good. Just trying to stay busy. I have been streaming a decent amount, not as much as I would like, but just been taking care of Dad and streaming. So yeah, I can't complain. It's all good. It's all good. You know, it's all good. The bitterness flavors the pasta as well as the savory. Yeah. What this? Oh, or the two beside, because this is horrible. Hammy, I hope you're okay. This, I'm not painting well today. Okay, let me, you know what? I'm gonna actually try smaller brushes because I think that might be the issue that I'm having at the moment. I know you're not supposed to go too small, but this I think is an exception. But I am going to be going hog hair, not aesthetic, so it's going to be a little bit, hopefully more painterly of an effect. Yes. Through. See how this goes. If not, I'll just go back to the big ones. Yeah. Just been trying to stay as busy as I can. Trying to get work done as I can. There we go. This actually feels better because I'm trying to, there's a certain effect that I'm trying to get here. There's this. Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. It's fun teaching people how to drive. Oh, she does? I want to know that too. Oh, what? Why you bother with me? I also want to know that. I want to know why she bothers with me. That's really what this is the root of. I mean, I don't know how anybody can take this serious. It's the stuff I'm saying is literally clinical. And she keeps on taking it serious, man. That's not my fault. There's something else at work here. I'm genuinely, like, this is a study of humanity for me. I'm just trying to think what makes her tick if she's ticking at all. That's where I'm starting with. Is she ticking? I mean, every time I post, she responds. And every time I try to make it so crazy that I will say, there's no way she's going to answer this. And she always answers. Yeah. If I was her, I would try to play off what I'm doing and make up something ridiculous and just go back and forth so it's just this hilarious skit. That's what I would do. But people take themselves too serious. They can't joke and they miss the sarcasm. They take themselves way too serious. I've been insulted a lot on there, a lot. Some of the insults I disagree with, some of them I'm like, that's cheap shots, but I never go through and respond to it because I don't care. I really don't. If I cared, I probably would be a little bit more serious. Ciao, amico. Come stai tu bene? Are you good? How are you doing? It's just unbelievable. It's so entertaining. Has she answered? Did she answer what I said? Because I'm calling Ruthless Toothless. She's still trying to explain it. I'll check in a little bit. To be honest with you, it's kind of the reprieve that I need outside of it's the one thing in my life that's not like so serious, which is why I take it so far that way. And it's great. I like it. It's fun. Without the bitterness, without the bitterness, the bitterness taste of life, we can't fully experience it. For how do we know it's sweet without tasting the bitter? Besides, everything contains the germs of its own destruction. True. It's balance. It does make you grateful for what you have. Because when you're young and you're strong and you don't have injuries, you don't know how that feels. You don't know how it feels to be debilitated. You know, you're like, I got it. You feel like you could lift a mountain if you wanted to. And then something happens and you're like, damn. And so then you remember how you were and you're like, I don't have that anymore. That's how it is with me. Insulted a lot, mostly by myself. Did I say that? Did I say that? I've been telling Miz and my friends I'm a little absent-minded. I've been doing stuff like putting stuff that's supposed to be in the fridge in the closet or something. Because I don't think I give myself enough time. Like, I'll keep on going throughout the day. I don't stop. And so then I get scatterbrained. Which corner of the internet this argument is going on? Oh, this is the Warcraft forums, which is definitely the highest degree of intellect and whatever. It's extremely important. You know what? I'm not painting well right now. VG forms in the worst and darkest reach. No light may touch the soul which dwells in the deepest peace. Miz, link this for them if they want to read it, and they can go through and look. Y'all don't need to. It's just, we talk about it a lot, and it might be, okay, Miz, I was saying if you want, you can link the forum post. Not that anybody cares, y'all don't need to. It's just, Miz pops in, we talk about this drama, and It's literally the dumbest stuff y'all can think of, but Miz and I are literally trolling these people like we don't care, and they respond to everything we say. And I guess for me, I'm not trying to be mean. I don't want to put anybody down or make them feel bad. I don't. That's me. Like, when I say trolling, I don't mean we're insulting them or we're trying to be mean or if it's totally facetious. 100%. And it's weird, man. I don't know. It's just, it's an odd thing. Ah, Xerxes boy. Xerxes boy. This painting is not going that great right now, but I will get it. I always pull this stuff together. Eventually I do. I'm not as sharp as I normally am with the paint, but sometimes it's like that, and I'm not concerned because, like I said, I've been here before. Where it's like I'm painting, I look and I'm like, this looks so bad. But then I always pull it together. The challenge with this particular work is I don't have a lot of time to get this done. I really don't have a lot of time. Xerxes bye, all right, bye. It's not cyberbullying. I'm the one who's being bullied. These people are bullying the shit out of people, and I'm going in there and flipping it up. Miz, explain to them about Bob. Oh, you can't link it? Okay, it's glitched, yeah. Well, anyway, there's this one guy that just insults people, and I go in there and I stand up for people, but I use sarcasm to do it. Yeah, exactly, Miz. Exactly, you were correct. We're the good guys here. We're not the bad guys. We're good guys. We're the good guys. No, I wouldn't want to, like, the last thing I want to do is make somebody, like, feel bad about themselves unless they deserve to. Because some people need to be called out. But, I'm not one of these people who just, aside from the teabagging, that is in-game stuff. So it is questionable, but I think it's a little bit different than being just an absolute dick to somebody. Those are two separate things. Damn right I am. You are correct about that. Tagging. You are 100 percentile. It's not a bad mark. Keep hatching it out. Yeah, you get it. No, I get it. Yeah, I like that. You're cyberbullying cyberbullies who cyberbully. Oh, I get it now. Yeah, he didn't last that long, but he's still there. We know he's there. We'd have to be dumb to think he's not. Good. Bring it. Bring it, little Bobby boy. As I kept on calling him. I was actually trying to befriend him the whole time, and that really put him off. Because, like I said, they're people, they take themselves way too serious, and when you joke about them and when they turn into the joke, they can't take it and they don't know what to do. They're always expecting to get a rise out of you, and when they become a joke, it disarms them. They're totally lost. And that's what I do, and that's what Miz does. And it does take, I'm not on these things all the time. I'll dip in, I'll dip out. I'll go several days without checking, then I'll go in and spend a couple minutes looking, and I'll make a little response here and there. I'm not on it all day. There are people who live on there. That's not me. It would be a waste of time. IMO, bitch. He thought the game subscription just... Oh yeah, he did. Exactly. You are correct about the... We made him our bitch. Now, here's the thing. That guy is actually really mean. I mean, he's just... There's something wrong with him. He treats people so bad. His whole point, like, I mean, it's horrible. It's absolutely just horrible. That's too light there, and this is going to drop just a little bit. It's horrible what he does to people. It's absolutely pathetic. He's a real asshole, and you know, people should be able to take that. We can take it, but he can't take it when he's. You know, so. Anyway, yeah, that's that. It's pretty funny. Okay, I didn't notice from those. You're taking off, Miz. See you, buddy. Anyway, it's all in good fun. I'm gonna take these brushes out for now because they're not really working for me with the type of painting that I'm doing at the moment, the larger brushes. So I'm gonna just working with the smaller brushes, trying to get the I'll say the detail. I'm trying to get the structure of the pants. Every fold has about 3 sides to it, right? You have 3 sides when it's turning. It's one, 2, 3, right? And then you have going in, it's the reversed, right? So those will be the darker shadows. So you have the shadow, the mid-tone, a light area, but in between those areas you have areas that are half and half in the light. Lighter mid-tones, rather. What the hell is that other brush that I wanted? So I'm trying to think of the form when I do this. Just because I'm getting these small brushes, it does not mean that I'm trying to over-model. It's simply, you're working at this stage, those details are a little bit smaller, and I want to get a solid brush stroke out of them. I don't want it to be over-modeled, though. Because with a small brush, you can really over-model and make things too where is it? Yes, there has to be another one, though. Where's my other brushes? Did Rose take them? Dude. It's not ideal, but all right, Hammy, I'll see ya. Good point, tagging, yes. All right, Louder, thanks for being here. I really appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, it's good having Louder back. That's good. Good stuff. Okay. Darker. That's it. This is what I wanted. I love how Hammy watches the stream no matter what. I know, she's just awesome. I know, man. Isn't that crazy? She's so... I feel so bad for her because it seems like there's always something going on with her that's just tragic. It's always something. And it's frustrating because there's nothing that I can do. You know? You can't do anything. It's like you have to... Poor thing. It's always something. It's always something with her. It's always something. It's always something that happened. And I tell you, man, it sucks. Shit, that was too light. I need to do that. I know. It's always some crazy thing. She does. She's very dedicated. It's really I really like her. I think she's a good person. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she's been around for a long time. She's been around for a very long time. You all right, old man? It only takes me a little bit of time to warm up. You know, sometimes you need to get in that zone. Sometimes it takes me a little bit of time to get there. Kind of getting it, but kind of not. Trying to be smart. Gotta be smart. You all right? Here, let me feed him really quick. Oof. One what? Here, boy. Ready for the sandwich, boy? Here we go, boy. Eat that shit. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. This, though, I don't really like as much in here because it's just not good painting, and there's things I could be doing different, but I'm keeping a lot of it just more impressionistic, but a lot of that has to do with beautiful brush strokes, and right now to me it doesn't look that good, but I think that if it's oiled out it looks better. I think when it dries it makes it look very bad. So one of the mistakes that I've made before is going back into it because it looks bad when it dries, and when I don't need to do that. Sometimes you just need to just wait, and this is very poorly done. I need to, here's what I could do too. Here's another thing you can do. You can go in with small brushes, but then go over it with large brushes once you get the impression properly. And so I might do that. We'll see. We'll see. I still have a lot of work with this. In fact, let me do this. I'm gonna change the camera setup really quick so that it's a little bit more zoomed in. You can actually see what's going on, because I'm working with the pants right now, so I'm gonna lose, you'll lose the camera just for a second, but that's okay. All right, we're gonna lose main camera just for a second here. So this is not looking that great, but we will get it. It's really not looking good. A lot of this has to do with mental organization, which I'm just not doing that well right now. Okay. Let's try that. Oh, they're definitely off. Yeah, this is my point, is that sometimes it just takes me a second to get into it. And sometimes I get it and sometimes I don't. It's just how it is. In fact. What old man? Ah. Die, what's up, buddy? Yeah, you're correct. Doing good, man. How are you doing? Yeah, tagging. You're right about that. This is You're correct. You are correct, good sir. You are correct. Di, what are you up to, buddy? Right. Lunch, I had a meeting with the agent assigned to me yesterday to figure out how school will go for me since I'm on a trial basis with this family. Yeah, how is that going? I should suggest you look at Bastien Lepage's work for inspiration. Bastien Lepage. And his outdoor scenes are amazing. Yeah, I will take a look at it in a second. See, I have an idea of how I want this painted, but it's not coming out yet. And tagging, sometimes that's just how it is, you know. I know the drawing's a little bit off, the values are off, and also, I can't see, why is that thing there? Oh, that's better. Yeah. It also looks, it's like this, I see it. See a lot of this stuff, a lot of it. My friend. Christian Lopez. What boy? He's capable of painting a background without getting attention away from the main figure. Nice. Yeah, thanks. I'll check. I'm gonna look him up. The family is suggesting I go to the public school that's like 30-minute walk from their home, but the agent is wondering how safe it is because if I go there, they would need to do checkups on everyone. On who? Checkups on who? Who's everyone? Which is unachievable for me. I think you're gonna be awesome one day very soon, like very soon. That's me personally, I think, if you continue doing what you're doing, tagging. Staff and parents, okay. Gotcha. What you doing? Laughing. Bro, Andrew Amaral has 26 value strings in his palette. I saw it on Instagram. 26 values? So like, for what? Like, what was he painting? It's a shit ton, by the way. What was that jackass painting? I bet he spent a whole day mixing. Look. I doubt that he spent a whole day mixing because he's very good. He can mix pretty quick. That is a lot. I'm curious to see what was he doing before. I miss Sandy. Such a good guy. A figure painting? So he had 26 values for a figure painting? That's insane. I want to see what he did. Dude, that's crazy. What's she doing, goat? Give him a little something to eat. Oh, you sent it to me? Check it out really quick. And I'm gonna give him something to eat. Oh, man. I know this is gonna ruin y'all's thing, but I need to see this at a different angle here. In fact, I'm going to take it down here, flip it upside down. Yeah, it's coming along. I know what I need to do. Let me check it out really quick. Damn. And they're small piles too. That's insane. Oh, that's in his story. That's the painting he did. That's a beautiful painting. That's a very finish this figure study, not figure study. Nice. Right to the first. Should have paused it. Damn. Nope. How is he so specific? How much oil's on his palette? It's very oily. He's taken better care of his palette than I have. I need to, or he's got a new one. I bet he's got a new one. He's smart. He should be. I'm using my original palette. That is, dude, cool. It's really cool. So many colors. And they're small colors too. It's like they're small piles of color. So I like mixing bigger ones and then just, I guess it's good. Like that was a clean painting that he had though. That's smooth. I like it. All right, now I can see this better. I couldn't see this before. It's the light. What's wrong? So, this thing. That's fine. There you go. All right. All right, big guy. Ready? Here we go. Right? It's broken up around fire, so what we do, we unify. That's what we do, we unify. Unify. We unify. Jeez. You don't need that much. It's okay if he knows. Look, I've seen him do like. He knows what he's doing with that. For a beginner, I would recommend not doing that, but maybe he has a plan with it. He's one of the guys that I trust in paint. So. But you don't need that much. You definitely don't. Because you have these subtle varying, like you've mixed each individual one. Now, it could be good for mental organization. And if you can keep 26 values, right, separate in your mind, and the fact that you went through and mixed them, it's like writing a grocery list before you go to the store. You might not have to look at that list because you wrote it down and so it's in your mind. It might be the same with mixing. I always recommend simplifying things as much as you can. Don't need that many, but it's very impressive that he did that. Very impressive. If I was with him, I would be trolling him so hard. I'd be making fun of him. And not that he did anything wrong, just I like messing with Andy. He's fun, and that's something I'd be like, I think you need more colors, or, stuff like that. But he would have a plan. It's not me discrediting him as a painter. Right, that's not what it is. See, actually, I would always ask him for critiques when we were at the school together, because he and I, like. And he was my roommate as well. Like he was my roommate. And my classmate for a very long time. Right, and you can mix between. So I teach. Well, I learned my mixing technique from the school. I don't know how prevalent it is. Because when I was at the school, I was teaching a lot of people to do it. That was also when I was a teacher. But I was also teaching people who were my level. And I'm not putting myself up saying that. Because, like I said, I asked other students, like, different people had different strengths there. So I would ask for critiques. Like from Andy, his was anatomy, big time. Joachim Eriksson, he was my superior. Like he was ahead of me. But I would ask him a lot of stuff. But with this method of mixing, I had so much trouble myself in the beginning stages that I had to learn to essentially simplify it. This actually is here. There's another. Yes. Exactly. You think, yeah, mix the field color, and then the secondary is all that stuff at the top, so you can bring in whatever chroma you want, whatever color you want. You can modify it. That way, once you have the colors mixed, yeah, there you go. There you go. Once you have the colors mixed, you just think about two things: how light or dark it is, so you choose. Right? Right? The reflection's horrible. Right? How light or dark it is here, and then just take color and modify that color so you get the lightness, the color, those two things. So you can get those colors without mixing. You're right. Everybody works a little bit different. To me, that makes sense to work that way. And here's the thing. Just because I saw his palette, I'm not convinced that he always was working that way, right? So those are small little mixtures, but Andy works very tiny. Like his is very refined. It's not like, can you imagine Matt Almy, for example, working off those small colors? One brush stroke would be the entire palette full of colors. Andy, though, can he uses it more sparingly. He has more refined look to his paintings, in a sense. And both are viable methods. Both are very viable methods. Oh, the mix, yeah, it does. It works, right? Once you get the hang of it, it's actually quite nice. It's all right. I had such a hard time mixing it. I mean, it's hard. Painting is not easy. And some people do get it better than others in the beginning. It's just how it is. I wasn't one of those people. I really had a hard time. Oh, my ear hurts. Why? I had a very difficult time, and so I had to develop, rather, I had to really pay attention and listen to the instruction, really learn it, because otherwise I didn't stand a chance. I didn't have anything I could fall back on. That was me. Just how it is, man. Sometimes it's like that. And I had a very hard time painting. So it's in between what I have. What's that? This comes through here like that. Okay. I'm understanding. I'm trying to understand the form here. That's the main thing that I'm trying to get is the form. This piece about this high. It's coming through here. So this looks very sloppy at first with how I'm doing it, but it's just sometimes I don't know. How it is sometimes when I paint. This. You say he mixes every value there is and never blend the canvas, only putting solid. No, I'm not saying that. He might blend them some. I don't know what he does. What I was saying is he uses the paint very sparingly, which is why he had such small, like if you looked, like so my color, I don't know if you can tell. I don't think you can tell. Well, okay. So there's a substantial amount of paint. You might not be able to tell. There's a substantial amount of paint that I use for each pile. Andy's is like this. Is like a little bit. And he had a lot of them. Now, Matt, yeah, but I don't think he was doing that. He might have been. If he was, it's amazing. But Matt, like, he would mix giant piles of paint and just like throw it down. So it's just a different way of working. So he had a lot of small piles of paint, Andy did, that were very specific. I don't know how, but you could tell he was mixing between the piles of paint. So I don't know. I'd love to see him paint. I'd love to see what he's done. He's always been very precise with his work. He's always been very precise. You know what's nice though? It's nice seeing my friends' work 20 years after I've studied with them. Because it shows that they're still going. One of the things I hate is hearing somebody quit. Because I remember how enthusiastic the person was at the school. You know, I really enjoy like seeing them excel and do good. Like somebody I really like, Daniela. Daniela is a very good artist, and I like seeing her work. I like seeing her success and like getting interviewed, and even Leo Mancini. He and I didn't get along at the school, and a lot of that was my fault, I think. And I like seeing his success. I really do. I like seeing him getting interviewed and still painting. That actually makes me very happy to see. Dead, another apple. I'm slacking on the food here today. Dad, eat this shit. Oh, I give you 2. Got him? Got it? Put it in his mouth and split into 2. I've been trying to put in straight values on the canvas in a sense. I work more on the palette than on the canvas. That's a good sign. And not fiddling around with the shit I put on. That's actually a great way of doing it, and that's why it took me so long to, like, I really did that a whole lot, especially in the beginning. And now, like, I kind of do a combination of working it and then going over it with solid values. That's what I try to do, at least. It's a hard thing. All this stuff is very tricky. This actually drops some. This drops down here. That drops just a little bit. Not that much, but yeah, and you know why that is because it's mixing without getting that chroma in between. That's why the mixing technique that I show you on the palette is so good. A way you can do that, though, you can, like, so there's a time when I work on it where I don't care about that chroma, so it might look chalky, but it doesn't matter because I'm more concerned about the drawings and the values, which is kind of partially this right here. It's very easy to go over this with some solid color afterwards. I'm just trying to get the drawing, the light impression and such. Understand it. That's my goal right now. Oh yeah, painting is very hard, and sometimes you'll paint better than other times too. Sometimes that's just how it is. I'm saying that just to encourage you because you're going to be painting a whole lot, and just know that some days you're going to be doing great, other days you'll be like, what the hell happened to me? Because your mind gets tired when you do stuff all the time. And also, your eye grows, and so sometimes you look and you say you suck, when it's really your mind is growing, your eye is actually picking out more. That's actually a good thing. But it can be very discouraging if you don't know what's happening. This. Slide down. I'm genuinely trying to understand the form and the folds here, so it's taking me a little bit of time, but it's going to be worth the effect that we get from this. So it doesn't look good on stream, but that's okay. It's actually looking okay right now for what I want. Drops. Yeah, and painting is as hard as you make it. Like you can focus on trying to get better and looking at yourself critically, and it's going to be hard. Or you can relax and say you're good and not try and convince yourself you're good, so it's easy. If that makes sense. In your brain, it's easy. Oh, this is easy. So a lot of people say it's easy. If you look at the work, a lot of the people, most of the people I think you would say that, don't have good work. But I will say, it could be some of the people who say that genuinely believe it is. I can see that as well, but and perhaps they are good, perhaps they can back it up, but I think those people are few and far between. You okay? Here, let me give you another apple. Here, boy. Stand him up in a second. Yeah, you're right. You have to juggle so many things at once. Value, color, chroma, drawing edges, and anatomy, structure, texture. And you have to compare everything. Value, color, chroma. Value denotes the structure, denotes the lighting. Color also plays off that, right? It also tricks the eye into thinking of light, right? The chroma, that color intensity. Drawing edges, the edges, you know, they're drawn with a specific value, with a specific chroma. They all have to be in denoting anatomy. It's all related, forming solid structure. That's why I always say you're juggling these things, but after a while they should mold into one. And you go from there, and it's still very difficult. You always push yourself. Yeah, you get used to it. After a while, you're right. After a while, you start finding that you're able to maintain more in your brain with this stuff. It's like driving a car, right? You're driving a car. When you were speeding away from your dad who was chasing you, all right, and you were like, fuck. Do you think you were worried about what you were doing? You were just doing it because you had practiced before. You were more concerned with your old man running like the Terminator and literally catching you when you were driving 40 miles per hour. So the more you do it, the more you do it, you know. Fuck. Stole your dad's car. Fuck. Funny. It's really funny. This is really funny. That's a really good story. Okay. This piece right here, this drops. It drops about there. Bring this down. Dads, man, they're tough. Everything is related to each other. You are correct. You are absolutely correct. This piece comes up there, which this side I had, this side I didn't, so that's working now. This drops. So these things are off. Okay. Value is affected by structure and anatomy. And the direction of light. You're correct. Anatomy. Color also is affected by the light source, also anatomy. Yes. Like I've said this before, this is interesting. So if you're like, it can also denote movement. It can denote an action. Color can. For example, if somebody's running, their face is going to be flushed. Somebody's standing, their legs over time become more red/purple. Right? Deaf, there's no color. So it can also express action, which is really interesting if you think of it that way. So yeah, you're correct about these things, all of them. You're correct, man. It's good hearing you tie this stuff in. Why, when the ear appears so high in chroma and red with light hits, it's because of anatomy. Why, when the ear appears so high in chroma and red when light hits it, because of anatomy. The ear is very fleshy, right? It's very fleshy, and especially when light hits it, it just glows. It's like if you ever put your hand up against like something that's very light, it'll become very red and bright, right? So the chroma increases because it's like it's picking up the blood. It's pretty cool, actually. It's a fleshy part, and so you're going to have also on the sides, like, you know, where it kind of turns in, it's going to have more concentrated chroma because those are the lighter midtones that are still catching a lot of the light. So the midtone itself, like, you're going to have very deep reds. It's just like with the nostril is kind of funny too. That's a very fleshy point, right? That's a fleshy point. It's like cartilage and such. All right, you go help your mom. Thanks for being here, man. I'll talk to you later. Good. All right, sounds good. I'll be around for, I'm going to be here for another hour and a half-ish. Okay? So I'll be here. I should be here. Okay. Stop sucking for a second and just get this done. So just a little bit. Hey, Coquette, how's it going? Hey, were you there with us last night? If you were, you were very quiet. Just the AV game, I didn't do the World PvP, gotcha. Okay. We had a good time. It was good. It was very successful. We beat SAS. We actually destroyed them. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, we had a good time. Deacon is such a good leader. Thought it was amusing to see my views spike while they tried to cheat and see our side then drop when they saw I wasn't playing that. So they thought that we were cheating. That's not what. And who do you think they are? Do you think you think it's Sass? Do you think it's DJL? What do you think's going on? What do you think in your expert opinion? I love how petty this is. I just thrive off it. It's so much fun. It is so much fun. Sure, I can capture a user list next time, but that might not tell us anything. Yeah. Oh, baby. How are you? Doing good here. Let me feed him something really quick. Hey, boy. Okay. Wait, he'll wake up in a second. Let the old man sleep. It occurred to me they might be doing so well because they could listen to our calls. That kind of thing helps a lot. They did seem to, yeah. I'm sure they were. It's unfortunate. I don't like that people do that. How do you think, like, in terms of leveling or PvP? Really?
Why?
That is pretty quick. Oh, because they get replaced? Yeah. So, well, you know, this game, up until this expansion, they've been very prideful, I think. Transcendence and Transfer, then at 10 with talents, both vanished. Really? They didn't get replaced, they actually just vanished, they disappeared? Or did they like morph into something else? Dude, that is a very bad thing. I actually have a monk here. Got it? Oh, shit. You got it? Good man. Nice catch. I have one. I'm level 61, I think, with them. I don't remember that. Might have happened, but... Coquette, you heard me going, like, talking in Discord, maybe. I don't know. Zerx and I were at 1650. We actually got up to 1700 in twos. But we're coming up against people who are just insane. And at the 1650 bracket, we came across 2 players that were so good, we said there's no way that they're 1650. And Zerx looked them up on Check PvP, and they were, one of them was an 8-time gladiator, and the other guy was a 10-time glad and a 6-time rank 1. And we lost 5 rating to them. And we were on a losing streak when we got them. I've never achieved gladiator. Zerx has never achieved gladiator. We haven't come close. Zerx and I are like, he's better than me. But we're both decent for how much we play. We're not idiots about it. But like, we're okay. And we have an idea of what we're doing. We just aren't good at executing everything. And there's no way in any world we should come across those. Like the CC chain, it was as a subtlety rogue, and it was a holy paladin. I have never, every motion was so crisp and smooth and perfect. It was actually amazing. But if he and I are coming up against rank 1s at 1650 rating, 1650, how do you expect in Overwatch 3 wins, 6 losses in comp, other teams so ridiculously better than... Yeah, like, the matchmaking's horrible. The problem is, like, I'm not going to quit because I'm fortunate enough to have friends in the game that like Val and Zerx. Like, we're always playing together. And Val's really good. He's like really good. He's just stupid. He's like 2000 rated right now. He's really good. But not everybody has that. And so how are you going to get into PvP if you go in there and get smoked in the beginning? I remember it used to be that you did the first 10 matches, you would win very easily. Because that's when everybody's kind of, that's the bottom. The second you queue, It doesn't matter if you've never played, you're 0 rating, you get on. You're going up against solid players, and you're just getting destroyed, and you have to have gear and know what you're doing. You have to. How's a new player going to come into this? They're going to get discouraged, and they're going to quit. And they're not going to try. You know, it's too hard. And I tell you, like, and even players that have been playing for a long time like myself, a lot of us have quit because of stuff like that happened the other day with me and Zerx. We'll keep playing, but we're stupid. Not everybody, it's not a good experience. First battleground on my noob monk was into a crushing loss already at like 300 to 1500, right? I mean, they don't give us new content. I was talking with Zerx about it. Zerx had a very good point. He said battlegrounds are forever content. He said, like Warsong Gulch, that's one of the original battlegrounds. And it's still being played, and it's still one of the favorites, and everybody loves it. And it's forever content. It's evergreen. Blizzard spends so much time and resources on these complex raids that are finished in six months. Like, that's it. They're done. So they put all their time into PvE content that's void after 6 months time. You do a simple, cost to time analysis, right? Say, for as much effort as we put in, how much play time are we going to get out of it? Warsong Gulch and the Battlegrounds, those are forever green content. They haven't given us any Battlegrounds. They haven't even given us arenas. They have not incentivized world PvP. In fact, they have de-incentivized it by putting in war mode and making it optional now. So now everybody just opts out of it. If they should have kept the servers the way that they were, and they should have instead started actually sharding and merging servers over together for more play. Like, there's so many things they can do to incentivize PvP in Arena by doing other things like encouraging world PvP. There's a lot of things that they could be coming up with. We came up with like a battleground, for example. It would be cool if there was one in a city, like attack on Ogremar or attack on Stormwind or something like that. Yeah, Coquette, and that's fine. The problem is that I was on a PvP server that is now dead from PvP because of war mode. Because a lot of people who are on it now, they're like, it's fine, but it's more of a nuisance. I'm just going to turn it off and this and that. Like, before you were on the server, you were going to partake in that no matter what. But there's no incentive to do any of this stuff, and it's stupid. Anyway. So. You could give like for each. Whoops. You can incentivize PvP by actually coming up with transmog sets for each particular battleground. That'd be really cool. Want to quest or gather materials. PvP servers were like 99% ganking anyway. Yeah, but they killed the PvP by adding the battlegrounds and not incentivizing going out and actually. And then here's the other thing, is that when you attack a city, these guards come out and start attacking you instead of the players. Oh yeah, definitely. If they wanted, that's an easy way to increase participation. They would make that money up. The time spent making the sets easily. It would have a huge return for them. Like, these are very simple solutions. We came up with them this morning. We're just brainstorming. Like, what if it's not hard. Anyway, they're gonna do them or they're not gonna do them. But instead, they're like, oh well, we might. It has to do with rating and this bullshit. It's not fun. I used to guard the Westfall NPCs from Horde players, but later on they put in guards, which was good because that was just griefing anyway. See, I don't like the guards though. Like, leave it to the players to defend. The thing is, it is annoying getting camped or killed, but you can't have both because that's the tricky thing in PvP. There's winners and losers. It got really hard to defend because they wouldn't flag until they had one shot. The NPC then would insta-log or take the Q to get away instantly. See, there's things that Blizzard could do to prevent that stuff from happening. You know? And that's my point. Like, they need to spend time. They're not going to, because I don't think they really care. But it would be nice if they spent time fixing some of these things. Right. Yeah, push them to Overwatch. Hey, that's a good point. Yeah. They're not having any problem with pushing it out for us. Right. That's a good point. I like that. That's good thinking. That is very good thinking. I like that. Yeah, you know, it's just such a waste. It is such a waste. You all right, Dad? You all right, boy? Give you another apple. Finish this food here. Keep on forgetting. Here we go, boy. You ready? Boy. Coquette, when I woke him up this morning, he looked at me and he says, ah, shit. Woke up and then I tried to get him out of bed. He says, you're not worth a shit. It's really funny. It was really funny. He's a funny guy. It's funny when he gets upset. It's like, you're not worth a shit. Hashtag truth. That was good. I like that. That's pretty good. Good one. I like that. It's a good move. It's got burp. Hey, boy. All right. I'll see you, Coquette. Thanks for stopping by. Drive safe. You doing, boy? You doing, guy? You all right? Give me another apple here, boy. It's all those squares in there. Here, boy. Go on, boy. Good boy. Good? You like it? Good. Keep drinking that shit. You okay? What do you want? No, you're not going to get that. Good? Good, excellent, okay. Good, good. Ooh. Ooh. Can you finish that? Good boy.
Aye.
Right here, boy. Ready? Got it. Good man. Okay. How are you? You doing good? Huh? I'm doing good. How are you?
Good.
Good. Tired? You want to stand up for a second? You want to stand? Here, stand up. Here, let's stand you up for a second. Come on. Come on. Get you up for a second. Come on, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. There we go, baby. You all right?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Stand. Get you moving with the blood flowing. Doing okay? Oh, go to this guy right here. Oh, there's still some food. See if we can get you some. Ah. Ah. Hold up. Come here, boy. Come on. There we go. You all right? Stand okay? Eat. See if you like that. Eat.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good? You like it? Because I can't stand those things.
Good.
If you like it. Bye. Good? You like it? Dad. It's not moving this. Huh? Yeah, let go of my camera. Eat that shit. It's good for you. About 30, 40 minutes. Should be good. It's still quite a bit. Now it's only that part. Here, let go of this. Let go. Let go. Come here, boy. Good. Here. Eat that. That's it. Good. Good?
Good.
Yeah. Boy. Oh, man. Okay. You almost done with that shit? Are you gonna steal my wallet? Yeah. Oh, shit. It just fell out of your mouth. Dead. That's all right. You ate most of it. I'm not gonna have you. That's probably... What's that? My keys? Okay. All right. Come on. Let's go sit really quick and I'm gonna finish my painting, okay? Come here, big guy. Oh, boy. Come here, boy. Come on, boy. Oh, yeah, boy. Want to give me your my keys? Take this. All right, you want to go sit? Go sit. Oh, there's your sandwich. You didn't finish it. Sit. Sit. See if you can do it. There you go. Is that how you're going to sit? No, it's not. You ready?
No, 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 now.
Yes. Wait. Oh, dead. You like it? You like it?
Yeah.
What you got? This is a be right back sign. Hell. Okay. All right. We're back. All right. Goat. You. Time to make this not look like shit. It's that easy. Shit. No, I'm not. This is good, actually. Okay, make stop. Okay. What's What's she doing, you goat? What's she doing? What's she doing, old man? What's she doing, yo? Oh my gosh. You all right? Are you making a death trap for me here? All right, boy. You got me. Got me good. Be careful. Yeah, exactly. Fuck. That's so wrong. Damn it. What, boy? Yeah? Tagging, what's up, man? Hey, thanks. Yeah, it's getting better. Like I was saying, I just need to get my head in it. And my head's getting in it, and I have to go in like a couple minutes. Because I just need to make sure I don't overmodel. I almost did here. It's running. What I'm thinking is light up at the top, and then it kind of comes, it falls down slowly. So I'm plucking some of the form out, but you don't want to make it look wet. If you do it too much, it makes it look like he has wet pants. Like he pissed himself. So. Pluck it. I wish, by the way, I've been using the larger brushes for this. I went down to the small, wasn't doing it, went back up to the big ones, switched my technique up some, and that's what is hitting it right now. So essentially I just need to continuously correct the drawing, and once I get that, then I'm going to start trying to push some color into it a little bit more. But I just, I don't want to overdo this. Yeah, he was fighting me a second ago. I don't think he saw it, but I repositioned him. I picked him up, and he started, he started attacking me. He's tough, man. He had a lot of injuries. I never really heard him complain about them. I was just every once in a while I would see him, and he'd just be like limping or something. He would never say what happened. They're just funny stuff. Kept on hurting his ass once. We never knew what he was doing. He remember just seeing him like this. He was like, this was a while ago too. It was before he had his mental problems and such and stuff. I said, "What happened?" He's like, "Nothing." The next day he was walking fine, and the day after that he was limping. I don't know. Let me get a plug really quick for the iPad's about to. Dude, I hate going off photographs. I really hope that someday soon I can come up with a solid solution for this. Between this and the stream. It's over here. There we go. Goat. The big dick. Swinging, baby. It wouldn't surprise me at all. I mean, essentially, he wasn't, but he would do jujitsu and practice moves on me and my brother. He would choke us out. It's like, tap when you can't, tap if you want to, if I got you. Tap out. One time I was tapping and he wasn't paying attention because he was focused so much on the technique and he choked me out. I was just like, oh man, good times. Let me fix that fold. He's crazy. It's so strong. The thing is, my brother and I are both bigger than he is, and was. He used to be a little bit taller, just slightly dead. But he was just so much stronger. It was unfair. We couldn't do anything to him. He was like a little tank. He wouldn't quit. He loved to beat us up. I remember him taking me and my brother at the same time. Nothing. It's insane. I don't know where it came from. And our height doesn't make any sense because he's a midget. So is my mom. Brother and I are pretty tall compared to him. Yeah, exactly. Dad's strength's another level. It's like when you become a dad, you're also granted superhuman strength. Again, only against your son, though. I mean, it's not fair. Oh. Whatever. I gotta get going in a second, but it sucks because I feel like I'm starting to understand the drapery at this point. Just whatever, who cares? Took me a second to You should have a kid. Think you should have a kid right now? Tell me your plan. What's your plan? I want to hear this. You should have a kid just so that you get that strength. Is that what you're thinking? It's not a bad plan, actually. Below this. Yeah, that's where it should be. That drops. I always do this because I'm like looking over it, so this needs to drop a slight bit. It's right here. Should. Let's drop this just a little bit. Yeah. You're gonna pay somebody? No, you should have them pay you. You need to be the prostitute, not them. You're worth it. Dead strength. Well, you seem to be on the right track in life there, Taggin. I'll do it with one of my hoes. You did take 2 women to prom. That's a good start. That's a good start. Lord Pimpus. Lord Taggin. That's pretty funny. This thing is down here. That's where that is. Which makes sense. Okay, so this is... I'm correcting some drawing here. Because it's not lining up, which is my fault. I'm just not being smart about stuff right now. I'll fix it though. I always fix it. I always fix it. This is why I always, like when I'm painting, I'm always like, I'm not going to spend so much time on this. I just need to get going. But then I always spend that much time and I'll end up correcting it. Things that don't seem like it really matters, but it comes in handy when you actually do need to fix something because it keeps you in practice. Sometimes things are very hard to figure out what needs to happen. So. Lord Pimpus. This probably needs to go over some too. Yeah, I kind of messed drawing up in that ankle area. 541, which is good because I'm starting to tire a little bit. I have been at this for some time. I'm going to actually go up here. Let's start adding a little bit more. I've been lightly coloring things, but not. I've been trying to focus on the technique of the drawing and trying to figure out how I want it painted. You know, sometimes it's like you have the idea and it's coming very clearly to you. Other times you really have to fight for it. But once you get it, then you can just roll with it. And that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm starting to paint like I know how to paint. Lord Pimp is giving advice to Amir in his relationship. You're speaking, Annie, right? He was on the other day. Give me a second here. My student. Hey Brian, what's up, buddy? That's okay. No worries, man. It's all good. All good, man. Okay, good. Good. Turn it upside. You should be doing that in between your breaks. That's actually a solid trick, turning it upside down. Look, like I said, that's 2 drawings in one. You have the face and then you have the rest of the body. I've been through that. It's very difficult. You might not be successful with it, but you're getting a lot out of it that you don't know you're getting. Yeah. Just keep working on it. Oh, good. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. I mean, look, that's why I say use a mirror, and you want to turn it up, flip it upside. Yeah. In between working on it, flip it upside down. That's a good trick. But keep with it, and just understand it's the process. It's not going to be a drawing necessarily that you're going to put on the fridge, but you're getting through all the stuff you need to get through to become what you want to with this stuff. And it's not as bad as you think. And I would just say, just work on it as much as you can. All right, like work. If you don't work, nothing's going to happen. So even though we're not meeting tomorrow, work on it. Yeah, we have a model. Excellent. Good. All right, man. He's doing good. Thank you. All right, man. You too. Bye. It's my student. Lord Pimpus, does your student have an account of his work? Not yet. He's very... I don't think he does. You know, I should ask him. He's having a hard time. So I started training him about 1.5 years ago. Almost 2 years. I did not think that when I start training people, I never think that they're going to stick with it. And the man is probably in his 60s. And so I can only meet once a week. And so he's not doing work every day. And I'm trying to get him to work more. Heard me saying he needs to work. Because he'll go periods of time where he doesn't, but he's stuck with it, and he's doing decent. He has a very hard time with live models. Very hard time. He's not used to that. And he's having a hard time with a face. We're going off a reference photo because it's off of that crochet, what is it? The reference photo site with the nudes and stuff. And anyway, so he's doing a nude figure. The face is very difficult for him. And so I've demonstrated it several times, and he just, you know, it takes some time. So he's having a hard time with that. But he had to cancel for tomorrow just because he had a doctor's appointment. Shoot, I really wish that I could keep working on this. Do a couple more things to it, but I do have to get going. Maybe I can make it in tomorrow. I don't know. Lord Pimpus. I'm actually going to lighten this. This, and then I'm going to go back into it with a little bit lighter. I'll hatch that form out. I mean, he's not that great yet, but he's on the right track. Is my point. This type of stuff, as you well know, it depends on how much work you put into it, right? Running the risk of that being over modeled, which case we'll unify. It is, he's supposed to be working on it on his own. Now he also comes to the evening drawing class, so he's starting to get more work done, and he is making improvements. What's hard is that when your eye is developing and you're very critical of your work, you're always looking, you're always seeing the mistakes, and so you think you suck. Yeah. And it gets complicated when you get older too, because especially if you have other obligations, like as you can tell, and I'm not trying to say Dad's a burden on me, he's not, but I have to watch after this guy a lot, right? So that'll take me out, I have to do it. I want to do it. But the reality is that it takes you away from your painting. And you'll go through this at some point with something if you're doing things right. You know, you can be an asshole and just focus on yourself, which I never think is good. I think it's good to help people. But you know, and he had this gentleman too. He's in his 60s. His mom is like almost 100 years old. She might have just turned 100, and she's living with him, so he has to take care of her, and that's something. He also has a job. So he has a lot of work, but he's doing really good. In fact, you'll see him on some of the videos because he's always in the back talking, and I'm always getting upset with him. There's one video actually that I might release that's me just going around critiquing people, but you can't see the work. It's just me walking around the room. You can see me off in the distance. So I was about to start filming, so I had my costume on, and then they asked me for a critique, and so I just started going around critiquing people. And I was insulting the shit out of people the whole time. That's how I was doing it. And Brian was one of the people. He was in there. And so it's kind of like behind the scenes class stuff. It's educational. The only thing is you can't see what I'm critiquing. That's the only. So I was debating whether or not really editing a lot out or just being like, you know what, screw it. You're not going to get as much out of it. You might hear stuff or whatever, but I don't know. It'd be nice if I actually had a camera on the work, but also I don't want to embarrass the people, but they're pretty solid. They're not, like, they're all very good sports and stuff, and they know me and my like I always joke around with them. They know that I care about them, so. Okay, I tag in. I'm going to call it, I think, here, man, because I do have to actually run. I don't know if I'm going to be on tomorrow. I want to be. I don't know if I'll have a chance. Let's unify this just a little bit. You all right, big guy? Moaning and groaning over here. He's probably just wanting to get up. Let's unify this a little bit. Scrub down and unify. Just a little bit. Back. Anyway, man, I gotta get going. Tegan, thanks for being here, man. Sorry the funeral was such a shock. I hate that stuff. It's not fun. But it's good that you go. Oh, man. Good job. Yeah. And like I said, might stream tomorrow, I'm not sure, but I will be streaming on Thursday, definitely, if not tomorrow. So